This is Dr. Martinez here from Try Modern Health. I wanted to show you some simple exercises that we actually show here in the office that work on targeting posture and spinal alignment. These are very easy. You don't actually need a lot of equipment. I have some exercise bands that we're going to show you here. So we have about 5 exercises. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. So the first exercise that we have, you're going to use an exercise band that is kind of lengthwise like this. And we call this the palms up and palms down exercise. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna have your palms up like this, and you're gonna pull the band out this way. Now you should feel like a pinch between your shoulder blades. Hold that position for about 2 seconds and then relax. And then you should also feel a little bit of a stretch, because oftentimes when we're sitting down, our shoulders are rounded, our head goes forward. So we want to open everything up like this. So this is called the palms up exercise. Typically, depending on the patient, we will do starting 2 sets of 10, depending on like what's going on with you. The other exercise, you're going to have your palms down, a little bit of different feel, similar muscles, but a little bit of a different direction. You're going to pull the band out, and then you should feel again a pinch between your shoulder blades here. And then again, we're going to do about 2 sets of 10 exercises, 2 sets of 10. This is also like a great warm-up. This is something you could do before your workout. This is something that you could do as part of your rehab and things at home. So again, super simple, easy equipment for this one here. So the neck exercise is what we call neck extension exercises. This is a piece of equipment that we use here in the office. This is like a professional grade here. So I'll show you 2 different versions here, but this is an exercise that we're going to use to help, again, support the posture. Oftentimes if you're sitting at the computer all day, your head's far forward, that's going to put tension on your neck and throw off the alignment of your posture. So we're going to place the band at the base of your neck, and I'm going to just turn so you can see. Your hands are going to be in front of you. Your hands should actually be straight up like this, not down this way or not this way. You're going to pull with the band, and then you're going to extend back onto this here. Hold it for about 2 seconds, feel a nice stretch, and then relax. Pull out again, and then relax. Put out again, and then relax. So I typically do this one at the start of my day. I do about 2 sets of 10 just because as a chiropractor, and I do have to do a lot of paperwork. Sometimes, I'm sitting at a computer, my neck goes forward. So this gives me like a nice comfortable stretch. If you're doing this at home and not like in our office, you could use a band that's lengthwise like this, very similar. You're going to place it at the base of your neck, pull towards you here, and as you pull forward, you're going to extend back. And again, this gives you like a nice comfortable stretch, about 2 sets of 10. Obviously, talk to your health professional or your chiropractor or physical therapist before starting that. So we call that the neck extension exercise. And I would typically do that for 2 sets of 10 on a daily basis. So again, we're continuing on our 5 exercises here, talking again, posture. This exercise, we call this wall walks and wall Ys. I'm going to show you what's called the wall walks. You're going to use an exercise band that's kind of looped. You want to start with like the lightest band that you can, because this is actually a tough exercise. So you're going to have a band, and then all you need is a wall here. So this is my wall here at the office. Your palms are going to be facing each other like this. And then as you touch the wall, you're going to walk. And as you walk, you want to come up as high as you can and then slide down. And that would be 1 rep. And then you come up again here. And then come down. And that would be another rep if you were doing it here in the office. So typically we do 1 rep or 1 pass. And then we, depending on the patient, we'll increase the repetitions or the amount of passes depending on like how they're feeling. So I would do this exercise maybe once a day, every other day, depending on your level here. Again, very minimal equipment here. This is called a wall walk. So then this next exercise, we call it crab walks. This is going to work the hip muscles and then also the core. This is something that we use a little bit more advanced when you're in the office here. Again, minimal equipment. We use these more like medical type grade bands here because they're more comfortable on patients, because otherwise they slide. So if you're doing them at home, you could use the same exercise band that I showed you at the wall walks. So I'm going to show you just how that looks in a little bit. With this exercise, you're going to do about once a day. And then I typically do this based on length. So you could see in our office here, there's like a white piece of tape. This is our hallway. You could also see there's a yellow tape, and then over there's a red, and then a black. Typically we do what's called one pass, where we have you go up to, like, let's say to the white, and then we have you come back, and then depending on the level of really fitness and also conditioning, meaning like some people just, the muscles are just, you know, not as conditioned, we will maybe do like a shorter distance and then less passes. All right, so again, we have the crab walk exercise here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna stance to the side, and then you're gonna step out to the side, and then here, and then back. And then you can see I keep my upper body straight. I'm not leaning forward. I'm bending my knees a little bit. I'm engaging my core. And then when I bring the band in, I try not to touch my legs together because I want to keep some tension on the band. So then, as I said in the video, you would do a couple passes depending on your level of fitness. And this is actually the last exercise. There's a couple variations we can do using that exercise band. I showed you in the beginning for the palms up, palms down. So what we did here in the office is we tied the band like such, so that it has two handles. And then we call this the row exercise. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna bring the band up towards you. Try to pinch your shoulder blades. A couple tips here, try not to bring the elbows all the way back. You actually wanna lead kind of with the shoulder blades in this position here. And that's gonna also work on the posture and the alignment. You would do about 2 sets of 10, depending on your level. You can see there's different colors of bands, and then that would be it. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Again, Dr. Martinez here, Tri-Modern Health. We're a chiropractic office that focuses on corrective exercises and corrective chiropractic care in Hoffman Estates. Thanks so much.